Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, chick chick. Welcome to Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Technology.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to inauguration of Science Club from the Department of Science and Humanities. Today marks a significant milestone in fostering curiosity, innovation, and collaboration among students who will drive tomorrow's technology advancement. To honor and heritage and language with Tamil Thai Valtu, I request everyone to raise for the prayer song.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தற்கு சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்கை தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
To begin this auspicious occasion, we light the lamp, symbolizing the illumination of knowledge and wisdom in our lives. Now I honor and request all the dignitaries to light the lamp.
It's my pleasure to tell you that the dignitaries can take the seat on the dais.
I'm delighted to extend my heartfelt welcome to our principal, Dr. J. David Ratnaraj, who has always been a guiding light in all our endeavors. Sir, your presence inspires us to aim for excellence.
I am very happy to welcome Dr. V. Chitra ma'am, Professor and Head of the Department of Science and Humanity, to deliver the Vedram address.
Good afternoon to all, one and all present here. On behalf of our institution, it is great pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Sri R. Sendil Kumar, outstanding scientist and former Deputy Director, MSA, former Project Director, Space Theme Park, ISRO, Satish Dhawan Center, Space Center, Sriharikota. A warm welcome, sir. And also I like to welcome our principal, sir, and also all the head of the department and professors and my dear young minds. On this auspicious occasion, the inauguration of Science Club, we are pleased to have a chief guest who is going to address the importance of the ISO major mission and missiles. That is how they are preparing, they are performing the designing of the parts and how they are performing and how they are carry out that process and how we are going to get that about the missiles, all the things, the guidelines, how they are designed and how they are going to implement that and how they are going to send through space, like that you are going to get. With these few words, I like to thank our management and also our principals, sir, various head of the department who assisted us for arranging this program. Once again, I welcome our chief guest on behalf of our institution. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
A warm welcome to our distinguished chief guest, Sri R. Sendil Kumar sir, an outstanding scientist, former Deputy Director of MSA. Now, I request Huma Maheshwari to come up on the stage to deliver the chief guest address.
Good afternoon to everyone. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce to our esteemed chief guest for today's event, Sri R. Sendil Kumar sir, outstanding scientist, former Deputy Director MSA and former Project Director VCS STP SDS SHAR. He received his bachelor degree in Madras Mechanical Engineering from Madras University. He did PG Diploma in Operation Research and Financial Management. His career progressed from 1986. He joined SDSC SHAR Engineer SB. He worked from 1992 to 2014 Project Engineer IREX Expansion. 2001 to 2008 Project Manager SLP Complex. 2014 to 2017 General Manager SMP and ETF. 2019 to 2020 Deputy Director System Reliability SR. 2020 to 2024 Deputy Director Management System Area MSA. His professional experience: realization various LPAT safety system includes ACOSS. Conducted six component static and environmental test on Gaganyaan solid rocket motors. Ensured a system reliability of ground system for carrying out flight operation. Realized the state of art space theme park at Sriharikota. His award, honor and memberships: ISRO Team Excellence Award for the year 2014 for the realization of acoustic suppression system used during LVM-3 lift-off time at launch pad. Team leader for ground static testing of high energy motors for human space flight vehicle for 2017. Life member of professional bodies like ISNT, HEMSI, ASI, AESI. Now it is with great pleasure that invite our chief guest to take over the session and share his invaluable thoughts and insights with us. Sir, The stage is yours. Thank you all for your kind attention.
Good afternoon to all. Thank you. And Dr. V. Chitra, HOD of Science and Humanities, Ramakrishna Institute of Technology. Principals are Dr. David Ratnaraj, Dr. Senthil Kumar S., Assistant Professor, and I am not recollecting the names of two stalwarts here, and one of the madam told her brother is a colleague of us. And dear students, I think most of you are in the first year batch, and that's what I heard. So you are entering, or you have entered already the college education. Institutions are built and they are nurtured for imparting wisdom to the students. See, as a student, school student, we learn things without any inhibition. What is our goal, what we should do, nothing is mattering when we are in school. In fact, it should be like that. Mind should be free. In fact, we are all polluted. You are going to be polluted in mind shortly, because the formal education system, except very few places, it's structured. It's like they will say tunnel vision. A horse which is supposed to take a chariot, it normally they will put two plates like this, so the eyes should see only the front, not in the side. It should not think anything, it should keep going. So in one way, education system is also like that. Our mind gets polluted with the known knowledge. There are so many things which we do not know. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், பெரிய ஔவையார் அவங்க என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, கட்டது கைமண் அளவு, கல்லாதது உலகளவு. எவ்வளவா இருக்குது தெரிஞ்சிக்க. But there is a set curriculum, textbooks, all those things will teach you what has been proved. That is more important than, see, science normally don't take anything for granted unless it is proved. Peer reviewing உங்கள் லெவலில் இருக்கிற other people who are in the field, they have to accept what you are telling. That's how major discoveries, theories, postulations, everything got proved by a peer assessment. So if they assess and say yes, this is the original work, then only it can be further taken up for anything else. That's how the textbooks are written. They are all proven texts, but there are things which cannot be proved that easily. ரெண்டு விதம் இருக்கு. You know about Albert Einstein. I suppose all of you will be knowing. There are few people who have lived beyond their age. Whatever they have told are understood by people only after 50 years of their departure from earth. Even now, the theory of relativity, general theory of relativity of Einstein is not fully known, fully grasped by people. If you say the total universe, that's what we are going to touch upon now. You imagine it's a fabric. That is the total space. Space itself is like a fabric, and all the planets, stars, everything are like some sphere which is sitting on the fabric. So naturally a weight sitting on a fabric will make a denture, indentation. So everything around that, it is supposed to float down, isn't it? So theory of relativity is more like touching upon that the gravity plays a major role, things will get attracted. Anything in the inward spiral of a object which is in the fabric, so it will keep on going down only. The gravity does the same job, it pulls everything towards it. But whatever he told could not be fully understood by people, because they lived beyond their age. Many things what they have told is not easily grasped by people. So except for such things, theories, all other things have to undergo this torture route of proving. First, if you are telling something, originally thinking and telling, yes, this mic is not working because of electricity, it is because of some frequency going between my voice cord and the receptor here. That only is the major function with which my sound is getting amplified and coming to you. If you think originally, first you have to prove to your batchmate. So he or she should also accept what you are telling, then only it can go to the next level, come to the next senior people. You have to tell your postulate, they have to agree, then only it gets agreed. Sometimes it is wrong. 90% of the people may not understand your thinking, and they may say it is wrong. It is not so. So that's why Dr. Kalam, with all his wisdom, when he has matured enough, he has become the President of India, his prime focus is only to awaken young minds. Say that you dream big, meaning that it doesn't mean that you have to go immediately put on pillow, sleep and start dreaming. It's not so. Dreaming is the first step of any original thinking. So that we should do. Why this balloon should be pasted in this direction? Why, if you are allowing it is going up? Why it is hitting the ceiling and not coming down? You think, answer will come to you. Simple things like that is having ample physics and chemistry involved. Nature is nothing but a combination of physics, chemistry, and of course mathematics is to prove that what is being postulated in physics and chemistry is working well. So this is how the system works, but we get polluted because of this much constraint. Why to take so much effort in thinking originally? I will just go by the textbook, pass, get some marks, I will go attend an interview and land in a job, and that's out. That is a reality, of course. But if you want to do something, contribute to the society, if you want to give utmost satisfaction to yourself other than earning, at some point of time you will all know, me getting good money, me getting good life, luxury, everything is not the ultimate thing. I should get satisfied, even though if I am having only 10 rupees. I should be satisfied for having the 10 rupees and really get happy on what we are doing. That thinking will come to you little bit later. You all will face that some point of time or other, and at that time your original thinking is mattering more than getting money and position and respect from others. With this introduction, I am just why I am telling all these things is you are considered as freshers. You are entering into the college life. Enjoy your college life. Spend your time budgeting you do. Approximately how much time I should really see the daily course, like eating, washing, all those things, how much time I should spend in 24 hours. Of course, getting a 8 hours sleep is very, very essential for being energetic for the next 16 hours. So 8 hours sleep is a must. Balance 16 hours, how you are budgeting it, you plan yourself. It need not be a common rule. Somebody may grasp more easily certain things, and they require less time in their education. And entertainment you should have, and physical activity, sports you should play. Don't stop. Everybody should do whatever be like. You should exert, spend some energy, and that energy will regenerate your body, total body. After all, by spending energy, what happens is your each and every cell of your body gets very good oxygen, and that kindles you very much to stay awake and do wonderful things for the next hours. The science club, what is the purpose? Why science clubs are required? Why do we need all these things? Everybody knows that there is a class is there. You are all taught your engineering as well as your basic science. STEM is there. Why this science club? What for? Science clubs or any other club, philately club or any other club, is to make you to interact with one another and shed all that your hyperactivities, like I am superior, he is inferior, or I am inferior, he is superior. All those things should be set aside when you meet in a extracurricular activity, and this is one of the extracurricular activity. And in this activity you will have an open mind, like a playground, how you are playing a game, same way everybody is equal there, same way everybody is equal in a club. And whatever thinking you are having, you can exchange, get your views, and that views will further improve to think in a better way in such clubs. So ideally the real activity in a study, in a research, starts in clubs like this. I will quote again one other person whom I know personally, one of the person who has worked in US universities for more than 30 years, on Dr. Pandian. And after 30 years, somehow he felt that he has to come to India, either personal compulsion or, like I told, some satisfactory factor, I should do something for our country. So he has come down here. Then he was made as a dean for one of the IIITs in India, IIIT Kanjipuram, that is in Chennai only, even though it is called as Kanjipuram. And we had invited him for one of the event like this in ISRO Sriharikota. We called him for one of the science day. I happened to meet him and discuss with him before the event, and what is his general opinion about the students. See, IIIT, you know, people come with GATE score, good JEE score, get admitted, come there. And you know, majority of the people, since I am coming from Andhra, I am telling, majority of the people in IITs and IIITs are from Andhra Pradesh. Invariably the education system is totally different there. Nothing is done in classes. 8th class boy will study the 9th class subject, not study, he is made to study. And when you come to 10th or 11th, you are taught 12th syllabus, or rather JEE syllabus only during the regular 11th and 12th time. Their aim is only to pass the JEE and come. And in that process, plus is there, minus is there. It's like more like spoon feeding. And Dr. Pandian was telling that the students, even though they have got very good JEE scores and get admitted there, the knowledge level is so poor. The system which makes all these things, like your JEE, GATE, when you go to higher studies, all these things is one way to filter, but it is actually not aiding in research. And his point was our curriculum also 8 hours if you are spending in your day in college. In that 8 hours, minimum 4 hours should be on practicals. 4 hours only should be on theory, 4 hours should be on practicals. You should be, students should be seen equal if not more time in labs than in classrooms. That is his way of seeing how a good engineer or good graduate should come out. He should spend more time in lab. He should trial and error. He should try all the lab instruments and classes, your chapters available in the lab, and you should learn by yourself what will happen if I suddenly stop a running motor. What happens to the brake horsepower? What happens to that? You should practically see that the brake shoes are screeching and developing some smoke and heat is coming, everything. In fact, you will be surprised in even premier organizations, R&D organization like ours. We make rocket, we assemble rocket, and the rocket weight is not less than 130 tons, 200 tons, 400 tons, like that. It's all in tons only. One segment of rocket. Yesterday we had a Proba 3 launch, you may be knowing. So first stage is containing 139 tons of propellant, that is a explosive chemical packed inside, and each stage is again made of 5 segments. Each segment is 25 tons. 25 tons we have to lift, and with accuracy of plus or minus 1 mm we should insert between a socket and groove. Then only the joint will occur, which is going to withstand terrible heat when the rocket is flying up. 2000 degrees centigrade hot gas should not leak out. So that is a requirement, and for lifting it you require a crane, and the crane obviously should have all redundancies. When it is crane is, a mobile crane, when it is lifting something, it is not just 125 tons or 200 tons lifting. It should not drop. If power goes, even if I am operating the crane motor, if power goes, the system should be such that it should hang in the same place. It should not drop down. That is called one specific testing in R&QA we do, that when power intentionally we will switch off and see how much it is dropping down the object, and the dropping down as per IS code should not be more than 10 mm. Within 10 mm it should, and we can't afford the 10 mm what IS code says, because with the 10 mm when 2 segments are close by, if 10 mm if it comes and hits, if friction is sufficient for the rocket chemicals to start burning, and it's an explosion. If we had such incidents in Sriharikota also. So things in practical area is more important. You please spend more time. I know that teaching something, talking like this in the afternoon is a little bit embarrassing for me also, for you also. With full stomach we come and sit. We have to be alert. It's very difficult, but unfortunately we should go through this. Think that this is a learning phase for you. Anything is good as long as your mind is listening to that. So you will gain, definitely. It's not that we are all, one other thing I would like to tell. Among the human races, 3 or 4 human races only are having highest IQ, intellect, in the sense that even if you are not being taught any formal education, if you are pushed into a situation, you will do well. Who are they? I may be right, I may be wrong. Whatever I have learnt, I have read, I am telling. One is Hebrews, Jews rather. So in US and in many of the European countries, the top echelon, like Chief Justice, Chief of Defense Staff, some education minister, all those things are occupied by Jews. Similar way, for same comparison, if you come to India, one of the top race which occupies key position is from this land, South India. We should not say Tamil or something. So it's 4 states. In fact, the ancient kingdoms never had any boundaries. It's in the south. So you belong to this place. You automatically have a very good wisdom. It's only how to trigger that matters. Kindly think of it and do it. Shall we go? See, I have prepared a I had prepared something for a lecture in the month of October. I am just using the same thing, adding some more things for you. First, let me brief you about yesterday there was a launch from Sriharikota, and that launch was meant for launching a satellite built by European Space Agency. European Space Agency, you know, they have a Ariane launch vehicle, Ariane series. Ariane 6 is there, and French Guyana, that is in South America, very close to Brazil, because they have chosen very close to equator. If you have a launch pad, you will spend less energy in putting a object into space. So that is the aim. So that's why the ESA launch pad is will spend less energy. For less energy means less money in putting an object in space. And Sriharikota is also close to that. We are just 13° north latitude. So we also have that advantage of spending less energy in putting a object in space. Yesterday they don't want to do it in their place, and they had come here because they had some issue, or rather a transition phase between a aging Ariane launch vehicle and a new launch vehicle they are developing. So they have come to us, and just I will tell you about the satellite. It is a stacked satellite. 2 satellites are there, each of 250 kg weight. One is called a chronograph, another is called an occulter. Occulter is nothing but anything which is masking you. If I put my finger, hand in front of this light, this is an occulter, it is occulting. So that is the thing. So, and this chronograph is supposed to measure certain thing from the light. So this satellite is a patched one, stacked one. Together it has flown up. First time in the world they had attempted this experiment. It gets separated once it is in the vacuum space. Above 100 kilometers, you know, there is no air, there is no air friction. So things will stay there with no energy required. So it gets separated at that height into 2. The 2 will be 150 meters away. 150 meters is in space nothing. See, distance between Earth and Moon itself is 3,75,000 kilometers. So, and between Earth and Sun is again 150 million kilometers. So it's a huge distance, and objects are very, very far away. Keeping something 150 meters within that is itself a challenging one. Why it is challenging is, the challenge is to keep these two 150 meters away and with 1 mm accuracy. 1 mm only is allowed for the front satellite to move in any direction from the axis of the second one. Second one is say one motor and a pump. If both are joined by a shaft. Same way, imaginary shaft between the 2 satellites, joining the 2 in the center. From that imaginary shaft, only 1 mm is allowed for the front one to move in any direction. That requires a hell of a difficult algorithm, control system algorithm, and that has been done by them in Belgium, in their control center. That is going to keep this 2 together. And in a year, normally we get 4 solar eclipses worldwide average. So each solar eclipse will occur for 1 or 2 minutes, meaning that only 8 minutes people all over the world have got opportunity to study about the sun's outer surface. Whenever a solar eclipse occurs, the sunlight will get totally masked by moon. So you will get a dark disk in the center with a rim on the all around. That will occur only for 2 minutes. So within the 2 minutes they should know. You know, in sun there is a peculiarity. Even this lamp, if you go and put your finger on the flame, you will get a heat. If you move your finger slightly above, it will be less or more heat. Heat is supposed to be less if you go up and up. So after some time, no heat is felt. That is a natural physics. But in sun, it is a ulta. Sun's inner core is 5500 degrees centigrade, they say. Then outer core somewhere around 8000 degrees centigrade. That's all. So it is, whereas from the sun's surface, corona, they say, there is a plasma cloud. Plasma in the sense that it is not a gas. Gas in ionized form is there like a thick cloud. That plasma cloud is amplifying the temperature. 8000 degrees is becoming so high. So you are seeing very high temperature on the plasma, which is not understood really why it is happening. So many theories are there. There is a convection current, it is coming and going, everything is there, but it is not exactly even now explaining why the outer surface of the corona is hotter than the place which is closer to the source of heat, that is the sun's surface. So many people now, the big topic is what is exactly happening in the corona. That is not in the sun's core, but the plasma which is around that. So that study can be done only if the light is masked. That masking is what yesterday's whatever satellite they have done. It is going up 150 meters apart. First one is going to occult, that is mask the sun's rays, so that the second one, which is having instrument, can see the plasma around the sun, and that is, they made it as a elliptical orbit, 6000 kilometers. It is going 600 to 60,000 rather, sorry. So near 60,000 kilometers they have got 6 hours of this 1 mm accuracy control algorithm is going to work. So they will be seeing, and each orbit is 19 hours. Every 19 hours it is making one rotation. So every 19 hours they will get 6 hours of this solar eclipse for the chronograph. So imagine immense knowledge can be gained by, if the instrument is working fine and they are able to work on that and find out what is exactly happening in the plasma. Plasma itself, again they are saying 2 plasma layers, in between there is a gap. What is happening in the gap also they want to know, so many things. So it's all open topic for you. If you are interested in going up, in learning something later, either pure physics or control algorithm is so tough. CSE students are there, instrumentation engineers are there. What type of instrument to be used in the chronograph to really work in vacuum? See, many instruments which work here don't work in the space. You know, simple thing like getting a food. If you take one piece of chocolate, put in your mouth, it automatically goes down into your stomach because of what? Because of gravity. Whereas if you are in space, same thing, if you put in your mouth, it will not go down unless you train yourself in sucking that chocolate into your stomach. So that's what is astronauts training is being done. Then only they can survive. Even if they go there, even for eating it's a great thing. Food will not work, it will not go automatically to the stomach, what you put in the mouth. So space is a challenge in every aspect. Your body weight, if you are standing weight, my leg is getting more weight, whereas in space it's not so. Weight is getting distributed in all directions. Leg is not having more weight. That's why after spending time when they come down, you know Sunita Williams, why people are so much worried. At 60 years she has got stuck there. When she comes back, even for a 25-year-old person, after coming back his leg will be very, very weak, because total body weight will go up. And for them to not to break their femur, that is your bone, leg bone, it is a major challenge for next 2 months after they come down. And you see 60 years old ladies normally after their menopause, estrogen will stop, and that stopping of that particular chemical will cause your bones to osteoporosis will set in. Normally a lady above 50 years is more prone for fractures than a same aged man. So in earth itself, now you imagine she has to come down without osteoporosis, she has to get recovered, and she has to walk properly. It's a major challenge. So this is how the space is there. Space is a challenging one, and that's why many failures are there. You know, we are talking about when Chandrayaan goes up 3,75,000 kilometers away. I have a your Tesla car, unmanned car is there now. So without auto driving, it is going in the streets, fine. Now imagine one car, similar car, you are going to control, which is at 3,75,000 kilometers away. It has to go right, it has to go right. Signal, when you are sending from here itself, it takes time to signal to go and come back. You know the status only after minutes of what is the actual event occurring. That is how Chandrayaan 2 we lost, because the signal which goes, by the time it comes down, the event is over. So it is onboard computer should be shrewd enough to work by itself. So that's what the objects which are going farther and farther away from us, so many challenges will be there. So this is just how many countries are involved in space activities. We have touched on, and we also celebrated a National Space Day after Chandrayaan 3 landed in August 23rd of 2023, last year. So next slide. So this is the first artificial satellite. First natural satellite is Moon. First artificial satellite, even a stone is an artificial satellite. Only thing, it is not, if you throw, it goes up and again comes down. It is not sustaining, reaching the orbit. For reaching the orbit, you require minimum 7.8 kilometer per second. Meaning that, let us say you are standing here, you have to go to Pilamedu, you should be able to reach in 2 seconds. So that should be the speed. So 7.8 kilometer per second, if an object is imparted with the energy, then only it will stay in the space. That's what this has done in 1957. It went up October 4th. So Sputnik is the simple USSR. That time it is called the USSR, not Russia. So next one. And I had just compared Dr. APJ. He has come from a, why I always cite him is the simple person. He is from a fisherman's area. His parents, grandparents, everybody were in the trade of the marine area trade. So he had come from such a humble area, not many tutors like what you are having now. No big computers, no big cell phones, no big AI, no big Wikipedia or anything Meta. So with all the constraints, he has grown up with a single passion, that I should prove myself to the society, I should be useful to the society. So he had passed from MIT, Crumpet, Chennai. Then he has joined ISRO So Vikram Sarabhai directly recruited him. So very few people at that time who have been recruited by Vikram Sarabhai. Our Sriharikota is named after Satish Dhawan. He is also one of the person who has been recruited by them, Vikram Sarabhai. So they all had joined at that time. He was the project director for first indigenous satellite launch vehicle what we have launched. So that's only 40 kg payload, 40 kilogram of satellite. It was in 80s they had done it. SLV3 was a major success. First 1 and 2 were partial successes. We learnt a lot. We made mistakes and learnt a lot. So then he became Defense Research and Development Organization as a project director for integrated missile development program. So there 5 missiles they developed at the same time. That's what same missiles only. Now they are doing rounds, including Agni, ICBMs, all those things, NAG, all those things. So then he is famous for midnight reviews. One example is that he used to travel at that time from different parts of the country to reach Sriharikota. You have to land in Chennai. From Chennai, the road was very bad. When I joined in 86 itself, we have taken more than 3.5 to 4 hours to reach Sriharikota, hardly 100 kilometers. But because of the border between two states, the road was very bad. 3.5 hours it takes for travel in a bumpy road. And he used to reach by midnight to Sriharikota. Midnight he used to have, as soon as he comes, he will call for a meeting. People will be there, and he is famous for conducting midnight meetings. And after the meeting is over, everybody will be sleepy, they will go, but he used to go to the launch pad. Launch pad normally will be 8 to 10 kilometers from our guest houses and the conference halls. So he goes there early morning 3, 4, then only comes back. That is his routine. So as president, when he became in 2004, he became advisor to the defense minister. Then later on he was made president of India. So 2004 he came to Sriharikota to inaugurate and dedicate the bigger launch pad that is called a second launch pad, from where all the major launches of ISRO happened. Chandrayaan 1, 2, 3, Mangalyaan mission, all the things have happened, and 37 satellites and C-37, 98 satellites in one launch. That is a record at that time. India set in among the world countries. So that also occurred from this launch pad. So as president, he had advised in Chandrayaan 1 itself, our original design, Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan program, when we started, it went through a peer review. I was talking about around 100 scientists from all over India were asked to review and give a clearance. Then only the project report was made, submitted to the government for clearance. Then only Chandrayaan 1 started. So with all the 100 scientists review and ISRO's mind put in a Chandrayaan 1 program, what it should be doing, some scientific aims, objectives, like your mission, vision statements of your college. Same way, we got a objective, what Chandrayaan 1 has to do. All this collective scientific community has made some goals. But we never thought that from the orbiter, Chandrayaan 1 orbiter, we should make one lander, because that is having a big boost, scientific boost to the country. President of India, he is also a scientist. That's why he had asked to include a 10 kg cuboid, which is a moon impact probe, MIP it is called, which was asked to, orbiter will be somewhere around 100 kilometers from the moon. It will be keeping on orbiting, making some measurements. Around 4 or 5 instruments were there to measure the topography of the moon, everything. But this moon impact probe is having a sticker with our tricolor, and the cuboid was separated, and it was also having an instrument, and that separated moon impact probe went and hit. It is called as hard landing. It has hit the moon surface, but that is enough. So we made the stamp that India had put an object intentionally into the moon. And during this travel time, the instrument, whatever it has measured a simple, what is a water vapor present in the moon's atmosphere. So it has picked up something, some signals. That has already our people worked out, there looks to be some left out water in the moon. But it was never even acknowledged by other countries. But we had to wait for Chandrayaan 2 and 3. We have proven that there is a liquid water in the locked up space of polar region of the moon. So it is a major discovery, because from NASA there was a payload, that payload Chandrayaan 2 carried, and that has made that discovery. So we had that handle thanks to MIB inclusion idea by Dr. APJ. Next slide. So our achievements is only to boost all of you. Feel proud that we also can do with the hamstring budget what we are having. We are the first country to enter into Martian orbit, that is Mars orbit, in its maiden attempt. So many people have done. Many people have done, but for every 4 missions sent to the moon, sent to the Mars, only 1 succeeded. 25% probability of success. Whereas ours is the first one which has hit and it has gone and entered into, see, putting an object outside the earth, like I told, 7.8 km per second velocity is required for rotating around the earth, a satellite. 11 km per second is required. You would have studied in your 12th physics also, that is the escape velocity. To escape from earth, you require to give some more energy, 11 km per second. You have given. Now it is escaped from the earth and you can control it towards the moon. It should go because 2 objects are relatively moving. So your movement of this whatever scientific instrument, Chandrayaan 1, 2 or 3 or whatever it is, that also has to keep correcting it cannot go in a straight path, it has to keep correcting so that it has to match with the moon's orbit. So it has to go there. That is one challenge. Next, after reaching that 3,75,000 kilometers, it has to get captured by the moon's gravity. Moon is having only 1/6 of the gravity as that of our earth. Very less gravity. So the speed, whatever the velocity with which the object is moving, 11 km, it has to be retarded. It has to be slowed down. Then only the moon can capture. Otherwise, with this velocity, it will just go to the, like a tangent of the circle, it will go to the moon's gravitational field and escape out. If the velocity is more, you have to bring it down. And you should not bring it too low, it will fall into the moon. So exactly it has to match and control system has to work that it should start rotating over the moon. That is a major challenge. Like that only Mars for still higher, that is 0.5 angstrom units, astronomical units. With the distance between Sun and Earth, Mars is 0.5 approximately, half of the distance. That much, 150 million divided by 2, let us say, exactly 0.4 I think. So you divide and see that many kilometers it has to go and enter into Mars atmosphere correctly. That is a challenge for the first one. Second one, we are the first country to successfully land on lunar South Pole region. It is called the SPR. It is a famous term. It is going to be a famous term later because our generation has gone, madam, all of us have aged. Now you are there. See, next future years, if at all this earth is not livable. Now itself, you know, when I was a kid, I have seen a Cartesian well. You know what it is? Artesian well. So it is a reverse of a waterfall. From the ground, water will come like a jet going up 15-20 meters and making a waterfalls. I have seen that. At that time, the underground water flow was not with higher pressure into the plain lands. I am from a plain land, Tanjavur district, so virtually no mountain. So below that, the Kaveri river has to flow below the earth with force, pressure. And wherever there is a minor porous rock is there, that water will come out with force and it will come as a reverse waterfall. That artesian well is only in textbook now. Nowhere you can see that now. That is a pollution, population growth, exploitation of the earth, anything. All reasons are there to vanish this incident itself. Now drinking water itself is, you have to treat it, bottle it, then only you can drink it. How many of you are coming to the college without carrying your own water bottle from your house? Very, very less. You have to depend on your own water. Otherwise, you come and take the tap water here, next day you cannot come to college. You will be down with fever or cold or cough. So that much pollution has occurred. Now in future, just extrapolate and see. Earth itself is not livable. You are not getting 21% oxygen in this 100-kilometer atmosphere. It has come down to, let us say, 18%. You know, from 19% to 21, you can be normal. Below 19%, if oxygen is there in the air, you will start getting dizziness. 15%, you will get disoriented. You want to go to the door and go out, but you will be walking in the opposite direction. 11%, you will become unconscious. So let us say it is quite possible tomorrow the oxygen content in the air is slowly leaking out due to some reason, ozone hole, whatever it is. Percentage is keeping coming down. What will be the fate of all of you? You have to live, but there is no way to breathe. What is the next alternative? Everybody has to vacate this earth some point or other and go to some other place and inhabit some other place, make a colony, go there. This South Polar region, PSR, is it is like a rupee, dollar. PSR is going to be the deciding factor because there only water is there. Other than earth, water available in nearest place is in moon, South Polar region. So all future, suppose if this is unlivable, you go in a vehicle. That's what Elon Musk is talking about. He is building a bigger and bigger rockets only to move people in case of any requirement. You go to the moon first as a first stage stop. From here to Pyramid, if you want to go first, you are going to Gandhipuram, change on bus and go. Like same way, transit point is going to be the moon. You go there, take that water, split the water into two, get hydrogen. Hydrogen is a fuel, oxygen is an oxidizer. Both you combine, you will get energy. So use that as a fuel and oxidizer and further go up to wherever you want to go. So that is the significance of PSR, and now you see, you can grasp what is our achievement. We are the first country in the total world to have landed closer to the South Polar region. That is in total moon, this PSR region is the area of interest for many countries. So that is where we had gone, and fourth country to make a soft landing. I told about MIP hard landing. Chandrayaan-3 made a soft landing. You know, that is also a very tough. 4 legs are there. Each leg difference, if it is more than 100 mm, it will topple. Same time, Chandrayaan-3 time, 3 more spacecrafts were sent only to beat the record setting. USSR, they had sent, Russia, they had sent on spacecraft. It has failed. And the American one private company, they had developed a spacecraft and they have sent. That has also failed. It has not reached the moon orbit. I was telling, no, like a tangent, it went and gone out. Same way it has happened. Japanese, JAXA, Japanese space agency, they sent. It has gone. While landing, it has landed upside down. 4 legs were facing space, and the spacecraft itself is in the moon. So no use. So the legs, if it is just 100 mm between any leg to the next leg, it will topple. So that is a challenge in the soft landing at a remote place. Then of course, first to discover ice water presence in the South Pole region, which is later confirmed by our Chandrayaan-1 Chase, one instrument is there. That instrument gave the measurements and later confirmed by US one other on board of Chandrayaan, that is in the orbiter. It has not gone, whereas MIP carried this Chase instrument. And first India's interplanetary mission, first Asian nation, 4th among the world to reach Martian orbit. That's whatever we have told in the first one. Next slide. So yeah, this will be more useful. You know, this is the moon impact probe hard hitting place. Chandrayaan-2 Vikram, that is not a soft landing, so it was not useful. Chandrayaan-3 landing spot is this. That is 600 kilometers from this pole. The polar region itself is 1800 kilometers from the pole. So yeah, no issue. Thank you. So that is what is meant. And just one more thing I can for you to visualize. You know, the Chandrayaan-3, there are 3 components. One is to orbit. From there something has to separate, and that is called as Vikram. So that is a lander. It will come and land. That's what soft landing it has occurred. And from inside the lander, there is a small rover which can move around the moon surface. That is called Pragyan. Pragyan in Sanskrit is like first breathe. So that has come out, Pragyan. So this coming to a soft landing from 30 kilometer height, first 100 kilometers is the orbiter. From there it will separate, come to 10 kilometer, 30 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 7 kilometers, different steps are there. It kept on coming. Each time when it comes, it has to do some maneuverability, because it should not land in a it should land in a flat surface, not in a rocky area. So when it comes to 10 meter, it has to hover in the sense the lander will not come down just like that. It will move left, right, front, back or anything by some distance to check and find out exactly which is the right place to land. That has occurred. And from there 10 meter they will switch off all the engines. 10 meter height, that is like 10 meter is 30 feet. So that is this height is 10 meter, 3 meters. So 2-floor building, like your college building, 2-floor, roof to ground, without power it has to come down. And that weight was somewhere around 1200 to 1300 kg. Moon's gravity is only 1/6. If you divide, it is around 200 kg. 200 kg, even now you carry 2 or 3 rice bags, tie it together, go to the roof and drop it. What will be the impact in the ground? Whether you will get the same rice bag, it will shatter, no? So the challenge is only that the structural rigidity of the 4 legs should be such that it should absorb the shock, like your bike shock absorber in the front. It should move, take the shock, and in one piece it has to land. And not only land by this shock, whatever that Pragyan rover inside, it is 4 wheels. 4 wheels is like, it is inside, so it is like a rail track. It is there, on that it is sitting. So if it jumps out of the rail track, it will not come out. Even though the rover is in one shape, it cannot travel because it is not able to come out. So It is like 4 or 5 of us, average weight of 70 kg. If you, all of you are tied together as a, or hold hand together and fall from your second floor of the building without breaking your leg or hand, you should come down and walk away. That is a challenge for the lander. So this is not only for us, for everybody it is the same, but that is a challenge. The mechanical design, the instruments which are sitting inside, the control algorithm which governs the motion, everything is mattering. And can we go to the next slide? Just let us see, without boring you, I should say what are the uses. Really, you do satellite, you send all up. What exactly is the use a common man gets out of it? So now, you know, even the space policy, they are trying to tinker. People started crying, my mobile phone is now connected in land, through land only, all the towers. Now SpaceX has come direct from satellite to phone. It is going to come. You give me the license, I will give you the signal. You don't require a tower. Signal is there or not, signal will be there in any place. Many times we are saying that signal is not there. Either conveniently we say or actual fact. If you go into a jungle, no signal. It will not happen. Once satellite to phone communication link is established, you will get any part of the world, you will be able to talk or interact. So that is what is coming out. So fisherman is another major advantage now they have got. See, when they go, they have to spend a lot of diesel for running their engine. Propeller has to run, then only the boat can move. They normally go 1 week. If anybody knowing the fishing community, you will know 1 week diesel they have to take along the boat. Travel, spend that much diesel to reach the place where fishes are available in the ocean, and they put the net, take it out. Many times their natural guidance at this time of the year, at this location, fish will be more. They will go there due to some other ecological changes. Ocean current will be different, temperature will be different. Because of that, fish will not be there. After spending that much fuel, going there after 1 week, he will not get even the money what he has spent for diesel. The fishes will not be available to that value there. It is a major loss. So nowadays they carry a small set-top box type of instrument on the each boat. Government is with a subsidy they are giving, and they get the real-time information. You are going towards this, go right or left by 10 kilometers, you will get more fishing area available. They get guided, go there and take the good fish. Among the world countries, the average age of Indians is only 28. China is still higher, somewhere 35 to 40. And European countries are still higher, 45 to 50. When I say 28 years, I am 60 years. My 32 years of age is donated by a person like you, who are less than 28. You are donating to me, not me. Total population of India, whomever is the elder, above 28 years, he is getting the age from the younger one. That's why the average age is standing at 28. It is the best youthful country. Anything can be achieved by this country in future because of you, because of this average age. That's why even developed countries are having, they don't want to directly now antagonize India. They know that this average age is sufficient because they are all dying in the sense they are all aging is more there. So here this is the future of the world, that is India, 28 years. Changing technological scenes, you know, now AI has come, machine language has come, without which anything I can get in Meta now, any information, without even going to the search engine like Wikipedia, I can go to Meta and get it. So anything is possible. Now SP Balasubramaniam is dead, so somebody has with AI they have recreated SP Balasubramaniam's voice, and they wanted to play the same old song what he has sung 15 years back. A real-time musical orchestra can be organized with AI. SP Balasubramaniam can come on stage and sing. That is what is the things which are changing in the world. Then our economy is the 5th largest. Because of population you are not seeing that. Your GDP is so low, but our economy is so high. So it is a plus, it is a minus. So many things have to change in India, but still this is a hard fact that we are the 5th largest economy in the world. And new materials development. So this is really a challenge. The academia only can help. ISRO we can launch rockets, but the right material for our future rockets, it has to come from educational institutions only, labs. That's why I was referring the earlier IIIT. See, your textbook is not giving the right material for us. Future alloys, future nanotubes have to come. Carbon fiber, which is more stronger than steel, has come. So materials, whomever is mastering that, they are the future masters in the world. So academia has to grow up. Your lab has to automatically, when you people are spending more time in the lab, the college management also will definitely put extra infrastructure and money in developing the lab. Because just pumping money and getting a beautiful lab where no users are there, no use. So people have to show their interest, people have to go to the lab, use the lab, whatever way you enhance your knowledge in the lab than only reading the textbook. Then digital technology, UPI, you know, ours is the best, you know, wherever you go. I had traveled in Europe hardly 10 days. I could not use this UPI sort of transaction. And every time I have to either use my card, plastic card, or cash. Ours is you go anywhere now, even for anything, even people used to jokingly say, even a beggar in outside a temple, if you say that I don't have change, no problem, QR code is there, you give me money and go. So that is a fact. So things have grown so much that without UPI, nowadays I am not carrying cash anywhere. This is more than sufficient for me to go anywhere and make the payment in UPI and keep going. And COVID management, you know, like all engineering, your next major branch is bioengineering. So that's why I touched upon carbon fiber. So there are many things which we cannot duplicate. Our photosynthesis occurs, our plant leaf is producing energy, it cannot be duplicated. So sun's energy, water, both are having some chemical reaction and you are getting energy. Sucrose and glucose is coming out. You cannot make it. A plant leaf, what it is doing, with all our scientific wisdom in this world, from all the universities, we cannot duplicate right now. That is a fact. So same way, COVID management, we thought everything for granted, the air we breathe. How many of us were like this 2 years back, 21? 21 was a year of mask. No one knows who is the other person because they don't want the breath that is coming out of you to go anywhere near the next person. He is so much afraid. Virus. So we could manage for our population. When US and UK, people have died like anything. Mass death occurred. Brazil is similar to India. Heavy loss of life. COVID vaccine, they have to depend on other countries to get it. we could make the vaccine here, serve all the Indians. All of us got COVID shot free of charge. Government has borne the cost, and we also exported the vaccine elsewhere, which is not possible because certain things are only if mass produced, the cost will come down. Auto component. Next, IC chips. Unless it is made in lakhs, you cannot break even the cost of production. You have to make minimum 1 lakh, 10 lakh chips, then only cost will come down. The cell phone what we are seeing here is having some of the very complex chips inside. The chips, why we could not make in India a cell phone, is that the chips, if you have to make in India, you should first set up a lab which can make the chips production volume of minimum 1 lakh per day. If not, it is a waste. It is going to be very, very costly. A phone what you are buying for 10,000 rupees will be costing 1 lakh if you are using your own chip. So chips, IC chips, then integrated circuits, then COVID vaccine, pharmaceutical formulations, tablets and other things. Why so many countries, multinational companies are in India? Because of cheap labor here. So this is our strength. We can make in volume anything. Auto ancillaries. Why a Ford company is coming and building a car here and exporting it back to US? It is because of the cheap labor and other things, and industries which can make the auto component at a lower cost. Bulk production. So our strength is that. And next field I have not talked about is the intellectual area. IPR, as a madam, in this college any IPR registration has occurred? If not, my advice is each one of you in a group, you should take a name that I should register an IPR. Intellectual property right is a bread and butter for Indians. Many of us don't realize that. That's why IT industry is flourishing here. So you should aim to at least register few IPRs from this institution. If you do that, that is what is the actual cost of, running an educational institution. But for all, we may be thinking that lot of profit will be made and all. I know some college I went, it takes minimum 40 lakhs to even whitewash a building. 40 lakhs. That much money is required just to whitewash. One year passes out, next year before they come in, they have to whitewash. 40 lakhs have to be spent. So educational institutions also are, some people out of their aim that I should do something for society, so they run. Some people, even though I make profit, I should do this, I should not stop this. The same number of branches they are running. So justice for them is in number of papers what you publish, number of IPRs you register, bring the college a very good name because of you. That's what is required. I will close with one more thing, that in Tirukural there are two Kurals. One is what a father should do for his children, and next is what a child has to do for his parents. உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும், தந்தை மகனுக்கு காட்டும் உதவி அது என்னன்னா, children, what you have to help your parent is that parent should get a very good name because of the child, not by their achievement but by their children's achievements. That is the biggest award you can give to your father, not money, property, all those things. So I have brought up a child and he or she is so and so, a very respected person in the society. That's what every parent will aspire. and that's what each student has to do. And similarly, what a parent has to do, that is a kadamai. So parent has to ensure that the child is, his child is in the stage able to get recognition from the audience. That is what is the kadamai for the parent. So parent has to do that and children has to reciprocate in the same way. This is an advice. Do well, let the science club in this college flourish, and kindly bear with me if I have bored you. So all the best to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your laughable presence and wonderful presentation, sir. You inspire us by your informative speech. We enjoyed your section, sir. Thank you once again, sir.
It is my pleasure to tell you that we are going to release our department magazine of the year 2023-24. Now, I request the chief guest and head of department to take over the session. As a token of love and gratitude, this memento is a symbol of admiration, appreciation, and the respect we all have for you, sir. I would like to welcome the head of department, Dr. V. Chitra ma'am, to present the memento to the chief guest.
Now, we are happy to introduce Office Barriers of Science Club for academic year 2024 to 2025. Dr. V. Chitra ma'am, Professor and Head of the Department, Science and Humanity, Coordinator of Science Club. Nandini T., President of Science Club, First Year EEE Student Member.
Mukesh R., Vice President, Science Club, First Year IT Student Member. Sugavaneshwaran, yes, and Sunanda R.D., Secretary, Science Club, First Year ECE and CSE Student Member. Pranav, yes, and Madhurita T., Treasurer of Science Club, First Year Mechanical and CSE Student Member. Uma Maheshwari S. and Naveen N. Akshay Srinivas, coordinators of Science Club.
I request all the students who is listed here to be on the stage now, one by one. Okay. Okay.
Nandini T, President of Science Club. Mukesh R, Vice President of Science Club. Sugavaneshwaran S, Sunanda RD, Secretary of Science Club. Pranavan S, Madhurita T, Treasurer of Science Club. Uma Mageshwari S, Navin N, Akshay Srinivas, Coordinators of Science Club.
It is our pleasure to introduce all our office barriers for academic year 2024 to 25 for Science Club.
Now, we have come to most awaited part of the program, the certificate distribution. This is the moment when we recognize and appreciate the hard work and achievements of our students who have excelled in various fields.
Now, we request our chief guest and head of department kindly come on the stage and present the certificate to the deserving students. Drawing competition. The first prize goes to M. Mageshwaran, first year mechanical, of the cash prize 500 rupees. With the drawing competition. The second prize goes to S. Santosh Kumar, first year triple E, with the cash prize of 500 rupees. R. Kiran Mala, first year ECE, with the cash prize 500 rupees. Yes, Pradeep Raj, first year ECE, second prize with cash prize of 300 rupees. Yes, Pradeep Raj from first year ECE department. Yes, Yuvashri, first year CSE C section, first prize with cash prize of 500 rupees. Dengerka. Pradeep Illa, ma'am. Pradeep Illa, you are. B. Vikash, first year CSE C, second prize with cash prize of 300 rupees.
Model making competition. S. Madan Kumar, first year mechanical department, got first place with cash prize 500 rupees.
R. Pranav, first year mechanical, second prize with cash prize of 300 rupees.
K. Devadashni, first year triple E, got first place with cash prize 500 rupees.
Please clap your hands. Yeah.
T. Nandini, first year Triple E, got second place with cash prize 300 rupees. Solo dance competition. Yes, Hansika Shri from first year CSCA got first place with 500 rupees cash prize.
Vasuntara, first year CSE C section, first prize with cash prize of 500 rupees.
Yes, Yuhashri from first year CSE got second place with cash prize 300 rupees.
Adaptune. Yes, Darsha, first year CSE A section, first prize with cash prize of 500 rupees.
SS Maushmi from first year IT department got second place with cash prize 300 rupees.
M. Sariga, first year Triple E, got second place with cash prize of 300 rupees. Singing competition. Sri Mahati, first year EC, got first place with cash prize of 500 rupees. Ye Varshini, first year EC department, got second place with cash prize of 300 rupees. P. Mari Selvan, first year mechanical, got second place with 300 rupees.
Best Yoga performer, R. Kumaran from first year CSEB got first place with 500 rupees cash prize.
Best dancer, K. Devadarshini of first year Triple E got first prize with 500 rupees. Give her a rich applause. Designing and editing, yes, Praneet of first year CSE B section got first prize with cash prize of 500 rupees. Allocation competition. First prize goes to Jeeva P of first year EC department with cash prize of 500 rupees.
Janani P from first year EC department got second place in allocation competition with cash prize 300 rupees.
Janani P. Uma Maheshwari of first year Triple E got first prize with cash prize of 500 rupees.
Prakash N from first year Triple E got second place in allocation competition with cash prize 300 rupees.
Yuvashri S, first year CSE C section, got first prize with cash prize of 500 rupees. Yuvashri S. Tangamuthu P, first year CSE C section, got second prize with cash prize of 300 rupees.
Kumaran R from first year CSE B got first place with cash prize 500 rupees. Madhurita T from first year CSE B got second place with cash prize 300 rupees.
Yuvashri S from first year IT department got first prize with 500 rupees cash prize. Yuvashri S from IT department.
Joshika J from first year CSE A got first place with cash prize 500 rupees.
Akshay Srinivas N, first year CSE A, got second prize with 300 rupees. Kamaleshwaran P, first year mechanical, got second prize with cash prize of 300 rupees.
Now I call upon Madhurita of first year CSE to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to everyone. It's my pleasure, great honor, and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this beautiful occasion. My heartfelt thanks to the management and our respected principal, Dr. J. David Ratnaraj sir, for his continuous encouragement and support in all our endeavors. I take this opportunity to express my deepest sense of gratitude and appreciation to the chief guest, Shri R. Sendil Kumar, outstanding scientist, ex-Deputy Director, MSA, ex-Project Director, Space Theme Park, ISRO, for his valuable present and presentation. I place on record my gratitude to our head of the department, Dr. V. Chitra, for her encouragement and constant help. I thank all my teaching and non-teaching staff for their support and guidance. Finally, I thank all my fellow students for their enthusiasm and active participation in making this event a grand success. Thank you all.
To evoke the feelings of patriotism and remind you the nation's glory and beauty, I request you all to stand up and respect our national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभाशिष माहे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Everyone take your seats. Those who got certificates, kindly give it back to Anne Susan ma'am.